Hey friends, it's me, Erin, your friendly neighborhood energy alchemist with today's Schumann resonance report for Monday, September the 29th. It's almost October. What? All right, you guys, here is our graph. As you can see, it's been relatively calm over the last day or so. To give you an update, this was yesterday, okay? Starting at midnight and going all the way to where we are right now, which is 7 a.m. Central Time. It's pretty quiet on this graph. We do have a lot of integration. You see these lines here coming down that kind of give the graph a textured look. These are all lines of integration. And what this is that big white energy that we've been receiving starting to soak into your system. This is when I typically tend to have the most physical symptoms related to integration or to allowing this energy to settle in. And I asked you guys yesterday if itchiness was something that you were feeling, and I got an overwhelming response that yes, so many other people are feeling itchiness when they're integrating this energy. And I definitely had that yesterday again. Here is our normal Italian graph. As you can see, it was very low level grumbles here, just hanging out on the graph. Nothing too intense, nothing to be worried about, nothing like that. It's not going to be anything more than the normal triggers going off, at least right now. Not saying that can't change because everything changes. When I pull up the earthquake graph, we still have this cross-hatch pattern in here. This again has been associated. I have seen it right before earthquakes. I did not check yesterday to see if there were any earthquakes anywhere or not, but we're still seeing this on our graph. So again, it wouldn't surprise me if that's something that sort of pops up somewhere as an earthquake. GCP is yellow today. Yellow means clouds are sort of partly cloudy skies. Things are moving more cohesively than randomly, but not enough to really recognize as a pattern. So it's just kind of like a stirring in the air. The skies are partly cloudy, not really stormy, not really clear, just kind of partly cloudy. With integration symptoms, it is often that I hear people tell me that they feel anxious or nervous, restless, like I know I need to do something and I don't know where to go or I don't know what to do. This, for me, is the feeling of being closer to where you're going than where you are vibrationally or frequency speaking. You have a gap in between your base frequency and the frequency you're integrating, and that can rub like a new shoe on the back of your foot. You know what I mean? Also, the most common thing for me with integration energy is my mind is racing. I feel like I have a ton of ideas and zero energy to execute any of those ideas. I'm physically very tired. And recently have started to notice that itching, physical itching on my skin, like I want to crawl out of my skin sometimes, has really amped up during these integration phases for me. So if any of those things are happening for you, just know you're not alone. If they're not happening for you, it doesn't mean that you aren't integrating this energy or that this energy isn't affecting you. It just means that it's affecting you in a different way. I would encourage you to pay attention to how you're feeling in regards to the graph and keep track. That way you can do this. To mention, everybody's different, so when you learn how you feel associated with the graph, it can make it easier to sort of play the game of predict the graph with yourself. You know what I mean? It makes it fun. All right, friends, and here's our cards for today. So my guides are saying often that feeling of imbalance is coming forward because we are hanging on to heartbreak that's keeping us where we were. Focusing on things that didn't work out and ruminating over them and worrying, all of these things will hold you right where you are. Part of the awakening experience is learning to turn to your intuition rather than to others, to foster a sense of belief in self and to see the potential in your own energy, allowing you to step outside of your comfort zone and try something different, leaving what you were holding on to behind. So again, a lot of the imbalance that we feel in our energies because we're holding on to the heartbreak that's keeping us stationary. Part of the awakening experience is recognizing to listen to your intuition and turn to your inner self, foster a sense of belief in who you are, see the potential in who you are, and then step outside of that comfort zone, outgrowing that thing that you've been holding that you've been holding on to that's been fostering a sense of heartbreak. Boy, to get into the sun for this part, I had to walk all the way down to the end of my driveway. Look at that. Oh, it's so low in the sky. Either way, it's going to be a beautiful day. Are you ready to start your day? Because I am. All right, do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. drop your shoulders and just remind yourself that today is a beautiful day. Look at this sky. Look at this potential here all around you, just calling your name, asking you to come outside and embrace your life, to live your life, to have fun, to be thankful and joyful for everything that's yours, even those things you can't see yet. But today is a great day, friends. It's a great day. It's a great day.